Today I'm gonna test the Griiip G1.
Oh yeah! It's not easy to maneuver this car.
Hello everybody! As you can see, I am surrounded by wonderful race cars because today I'm at ADRIA International Raceway Circuit in order to make some tests. Today I'm gonna test the Griiip G1 because I'm gonna have a race at the end of September, and tomorrow I will test the Formula Predators. And you may be wondering why I'm making two tests in 2 days with two different cars. I'm gonna explain you soon because now I'm gonna go inside for the first session.
Okay guys, first session here in Adria. I studied the track on the simulator, but you know, live maybe it's something different. It's so slippery the track, or maybe I have to warm up time. Oops, okay, I spun. It's not easy to maneuver this car. I did not remember how hard this car is to drive, especially for the neck. The worst part is here because there are some bumps and you really can't hold the steering because of the bumps. Wow, unfortunately I don't know why I'm not able to change the display here, so I don't know what was my best lap. We will check it now in the pit lane. I can't make the dashboard work. I don't know why. I don't see my lap times. Oh, it's this one. What was my best lap? 1.15.2. So it's a good lap.
Yeah, very good lap.
But you said it's a good time. What is the best time?
We will check.
Okay, now I want to know.
Okay guys, as you probably saw during the session, I had a problem with the toe. So this led the steering wheel not to be straight on the straight. So the steering wheel was like this. So now the guys are working on fixing the toe. So how do they do that? First of all, they lift the car using this. Then once the car is lifted, they put these under the car. So it's much easier to work on it because the car is higher and the wheel don't touch the ground, which is important for the toe. And after that, you lock the steering wheel with those two things that I don't know how to call in English. After that, they put two poles, one in the rear and one in the front, which are connected by a very thin wire. I don't know if you can see it, but after that, he checks that the rectangle and he makes some little adjustments to the pole in order for the rectangle to be a proper rectangle. Now, once the rectangle is correct, he can now check the toe using this tool. That tool allows him to measure the distance from the front part of the wheel to the wire and from the rear part to the wheel to the wire. This way he can measure the angle that the tire has, which is the toe. Once measured, he can determine if one of the two wheels have a wrong toe, and in that case he can fix it.
Oh yeah! I did 2 good laps, but I made a mistake in the last corner, in both of them. My bad.
Why is it so good? The car is awesome to drive here. The only problem is the neck, which I never trained, so now It's devastated. By the way, I thought I went faster, but I did almost the same lap time as this previous session, even if I did everything better. So maybe the track was slower, which doesn't make sense because there was nobody driving. It doesn't make sense, but I don't know. I felt I was doing better, but I was going the same lap time. By the way, this is a very different track comparing to Tazio Nuvolari, the last race, because you don't really use the downforce here. I mean, there are no fast corners. All the corners are start and stop. You have to brake, you turn and accelerate. So you have to be good at driving the car using trail braking in order to let the car turn and be fast in accelerating. So I think that's how you're supposed to drive this car, but it's quite different from the other track. I mean, this is what I think. Maybe I'm totally wrong, but after these 2 sessions, this is the feeling that I had. So now I'm going for the last session for today, and then tomorrow morning I will have one more session. Basta, non so cosa farvi fare. Se sapete fare qualcosa, tipo ballare, fare i giocolieri, non so, fare la verticale. È lui quello che sa impennare. Facci vedere le ferite di guerra. Aia, qui volano clavicole. Minchia, ma c'è il titanio qua?
Sì, placca. Bella botta.
Sì. I'm gonna show you some Paddock life now to show you what happens in the box after the day. So here you have my car. They checked everything, changed the oil and all those stuff. Here is another car. There is another car. There you have drivers talking about the day and all those kind of stuff. There you have guys listening to the music. 2 other mechanics chilling out because the day is over. And that's it. And here you can see my corner. I know. It's always a mess. But today was a busy day. I didn't have time to arrange it, to put stuff in order. Yeah, okay, I will reorder everything later. By the way, this last session was Tokyo Drift, as you saw from the video, because I was always understeering, oversteering. I really had no grip. Maybe the tires are gone, but I can go a lot faster, for sure. I just need to understand how. So this is the goal of this day. The goal is to improve my driving, to make kilometers. We don't have the engineer here. It's just mechanics and car in order to let me practice with it. So no need for new tires or engineer. But later I will try to call the engineer and ask what I can change in the setup. Because during all the sessions, I always felt like I had the brake balance all in the rear. Like in the rain, okay? So I kept moving the balance to the front, and every time I was braking, I felt the rear locking and never the front locking. And when I came back to the pit lane, we checked the brake balance and we saw that usually you go from 60 to 62% in the front, and I was 65%. So even if it was all in the front, I kept locking the rear. So I don't know why, really. I don't know why. So I hope I can call the engineer later and try to find a solution for the setup for tomorrow to see if we can improve something. By the way, this is the best moment of the day. The temperature is perfect. This is one of those moments where you just want to be able to stop time and enjoy it. Wow, I think I'm gonna get a beer and then spend all the evening looking at the video to understand how to improve the driving, and then tomorrow the last session in the morning. Good morning! This morning we will make the last session on the Griiip and the old tires. I'm not expecting good lap times, but yesterday I spoke with the engineer, and we had like a half an hour phone call, and I explained to him all my problems. You know Tom, the engineer from Germany, and he suggested to soften the rear suspensions and to soften by one point the anti-roll bar. So this is what we did. The thing is that we don't know if the problem that I had yesterday were caused by the worn out tires or by a setup issue. So it doesn't make sense to make big modifications now, because if it was just a problem of tires, when I will put new tires, this setup won't be okay. So the thing is now, I will have to go in, I will check how the car feels, if it feels better after these modifications, and we will see how it goes for this last session.
per fare un disastro lì con quello girato. Comunque quello che mi ha passato prima era Yarin, il campione in carica, nonché leader di campionato. Io spero che abbia messo gomma nuova, perché cazzo, a vedere come usciva dalle curve, cioè se accelero io lì così mi trovano nel muro. Uè, l'appunto! Ciao zio! Madonna raga, stavo per entrargli dentro.
So the test is over. This morning I could not improve my lap time. My best lap was 1:16.0, so horrible. But really, I don't want to say it was because of the tires, but I really had no grip. So these tires really came to an end. So I mean, the only way we can have an answer is wait at the race weekend, where I will put new tires and see how it goes. By the way, my best lap was 1:15.4 yesterday, and the best lap of Yarin Stern, the championship leader, was 1:14.6 with used tires. This morning Yarin put new tires and made 1:13.2. This means that new tires are very faster here, especially because this is a very start and stop racetrack, so you really need traction, and if you don't have traction you lose a lot of time. So that's it. We will find out in the race weekend, and which will be 28 and 29 September. And you wanna know, I will race with both Griiip and Predators, and that's why here today I test both cars. So now I leave you with the best lap of the 2 days, which is the lap from yesterday. Enjoy it, and see you in next video where I will test the Formula Predators.